it on your channel, right?
Yeah, man, I'll upload it on my channel, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 1 second to find it. To find it on my cell phone. My internet is kind of rocky here, just to know, but I hope it's gonna endure.
It'll go right after this, man. It'll get uploaded right after.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, hello, and welcome back to the Jamal MMA series. A bit of a switch up in the dynamic here. Usually it's Vlad interviewing me, but this time I decided to switch it around and get to know more about the man that they call the Bulgarian Cowboy Vladimir. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, thank you, man, for inviting me. Right now, you caught me in the middle of vacation because my crazy sponsor told me that I need a vacation and he paid me a trip. Right now, I'm in a city near Hungarian border. As well as you see, this is a new surround, as well as you see. You probably never seen me here, but it seems I will have to travel in the next few months because pretty much told me that if I don't want to travel, that he doesn't want to sponsor me anymore. So, but he's a great guy. I mean, he's a good guy. He just wishes good things for me, I guess. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. So the first thing I want to get on was, it seems like you're interested in having an MMA fight on one of these events with maybe a YouTuber or an influencer. When do you want to get this fight done, and which YouTubers are you looking to fight? It'll be a good one, nonetheless.
Well, I haven't been much of a famous. YouTube has always been for me an additional job, extra job. That's how I was watching it. I was watching it as the way to have fun. And now, when I've seen it was starting to grow, it started to grow right after, right after COVID. You know, when COVID struck back in 2020, and right after the pandemics, it started growing. People started discovering me. Then, right after that, it started developing better. And my life story is pretty much related to one sponsor. I was working for one website, middleeasy.com, but their editor hated me for some reason because she is probably unhappy with her life. Yeah,
Yeah,
middle finger always. And then I stopped working. Prior to that, that Bulgarian guy who sponsors me, he called me. I don't know how he found my phone number because I don't give it to everybody. And he called me. He said, "Would you like to represent us, CTC?" I was like, "Come on, man! Is this some kind of a joke?" 3 days before COVID struck, he came to Belgrade and he told, "Listen, I've got money. You want it, you don't want it. Choose it." The pandemic gonna struck. I didn't have any incomes. I was like, I was a bit lucky, but I'm glad because it paid out that way. He told me that he sees a big potential in me, and then people started recognizing me. Then you came also. You came later, I believe, after Guru, right?
yeah, but just a bit after that, yeah.
Yeah. So my life story is pretty much made of ups and downs. Right now, it's a big up, but that's the way it goes. You got to accept it. You have lots of ups and downs, and my life was full of them.
Yeah, of course, man. It's a very inspirational story. I was wondering, do you believe that the fight with John Morgan is in the past, and you believe that fight is still an option to have?
Absolutely. For me, that fight is always an option because I am training every single day. I joined Achille MMA. You probably know that I'm training in MMA dojo. And today I'm probably going to train some. I must walk a bit and hit photos because my sponsor is going to criticize me if I don't do it. But I will find some time to train today. Today I have to focus. I'm not going to do much of a kickboxing because my coach is saying to me to focus on hands, which makes sense, perfectly makes sense. He says that I need to focus on hands and wrestling because these are weak areas of my game. He told me that I have the best kicks in the whole academy. So my coach knows what he's doing. Yes, that fight is always an option, but now if that fight happens, John should be aware that Cowboy knows to stuff takedowns now.
Yeah, man, it's good stuff. So, Munson, so you're talking about growing during the pandemic, during 2020, and then obviously now you get recognised in public all the time. What is it like going out in the streets of Serbia and being recognised as the Bulgarian Cowboy? Have you kind of adapted to living that new life now of fame?
It was not a wise move because right now, for example, when I go reffing, I changed federation. I'm going to tell you something. I changed federation because I was sick of it, like people recognizing me. It's hard because you have a different flag. Then I changed federation, and then on 3 matches out of 4, people are like, "Hey, I know you." I'm like, "No, you don't know me. I don't know you." They're like, no, we know you. And they're like, just, we know you. I'm like, oh, man, I changed federation because of that. And, it's not easy, especially because I'm introverted. It's very hard sometimes to wear it down. It's sometimes very hard. I mean, I'm glad for it to some reason, but sometimes I'm not glad for it. For example, I just want to go out, go somewhere. Belgrade is a big city, so people don't recognize me that much. But when I go in a smaller city, that's a problem. Especially if I go to Bulgaria, that's a smaller city, and that's a problem. I think if I ever go to Bulgaria again, I go to Varna or Burgas because they are very, very big cities.
Yeah, man, of course. So I'm wondering, so you do a lot of different stuff. You do your stuff on the website, you do your reffing job, you do live reactions, predictions. We also do a lot of interviews. I'm wondering, of all the interviews you've ever done, who has been your favourite guest? What has been your favourite interview that you've ever done in your career?
My favorite interview is very hard question, but I would say Gilbert Burns. Because Gilbert Burns is extremely open-minded guy and he wants to talk everything about his game. Also, Archie Colgan interview was excellent. That guy, I like that interview a lot. There are many interviews who were top-notch. JC Lamas, that guy is awesome. He is really awesome because he literally said everything. When somebody wants to speak, that's awesome because you don't have to ask him a single question. And there are guys who don't like to speak too much, Maybe they are just introverts like me. But when somebody is an extrovert, it's very, very easy to interview him. I don't know whether you've seen or not, but Ranch Capper had Don Shanis in his interview.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Top notch.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man. I seen that. Something else I want to talk about being famous. It seems like Dylan the Beast Duncan has went rogue again, and he is back in Serbia looking for your help. He's saying that he's going door to door looking for you. If Dylan the Beast Duncan winds up on your doorstep, will you help him? Will you coach him back to health?
Well, my coach is always open for options. You know that. He knows everybody can find Achille MMA Academy. So my coach has never rejected anybody. I mean, who behaves normal. He told me when I joined the academy, he told me, listen, Vlad, we don't give a damn about your psychological state. As long as you respect the rules, everything is fine. And that's one and only coach in Serbia who behaves like this. I was dealing with many doors shut because of my psychological state. And people are like, we don't want to be with schizophrenic guy. We don't want you around, etc. But now when I became famous, now they do want. Now nothing matters, Nothing matters when you're famous, and when you're not famous, every single thing matters, which kind of sucks, but that's Serbia, man. Sorry. That's how it works here.
So I see you doing a lot of unique training drills, especially for MMA. I've seen you doing the uphill thing where you're like hitting the floor, going up the hill. What is the most unique drills that you do in your day-to-day life?
Well, the most unique drill is drunken fist. I'm gonna show you something. Because I've trained that when I lived in Varna. I lived in Varna for 3 months. For example, in Drunken Fist, you don't have a normal guard. You see, in MMA, you have this. But in Drunken Fist, this is your guard. You see, this is your guard. Like a drunken boy. So you are defending by drunken moves. I know it's very, very funny, but this is the most unique style I was training. Drunken Fist hook, for example. Normal hook is this. But in Drunken Fist, it's like from here and the slap. But believe me, that slap is 10 times stronger than ADS slap, than Stockton slap. It's 10 times stronger, but the problem is it's very slow. It's easy to evade it. Drunken fist strikes are usually slower but stronger, and it's not much applicable. You can't apply it much in the world of MMA because it's very vulnerable to takedowns. Takedown vulnerability is 10 out of 10.
Blood Diamond did use that style in kickboxing. He was also very successful. So I hear that there are wolves, wild wolves, in the lands of Bulgaria. Have you ever had to deal with a wolf in the wild before? Have you ever had an encounter with a wolf before?
It's a hard question. I don't know what to say about that, man. Very hard question. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. You know what would be the wish of my life? I want to do an MMA fight, and if I win, I just want to spread the Bulgarian flag and to tell everybody that even if you are dealing with so many problems in your life, that you can still enter, that you can still beat everything if you want to. And I would like to do that fight. I know the first fight can't be in the state of Bulgaria because I don't live there, but one day I would like to do that. And one day I would like to hear the Bulgarian music during my entrance. I hope for that, even if it's Even if it's a fight for beginners, that's something I want to do, because people are constantly saying this guy is a YouTuber, he doesn't know to fight, etc, etc. I want to show to the world that I know at least a bit of fighting.
So I wonder what you think of this. What is next for the only current Bulgarian fighter on the UFC roster, Bulgarian Ivanov? What do you think is next for him in his career?
I think I would like to see him fighting the winner of Alexei Olenek versus Ilir Latifi. I think that would be the greatest fight for him, because it can be the real clash of styles. Ivanov comes out from Sambo. You've seen that he can take a beating, and you've seen that he can parry Alexei Olenek's ground game. On the other side, Ilir Latifi is a folk-style wrestler, I believe, or submission wrestler. You can correct me about that, because I'm not pretty much specialist in wrestling. I'm just learning that martial art right now. But I believe the winner of that fight versus Blagoy Ivanov, I think that fight will probably be one of the most technical wars in the game. I believe Ilir Latifi going to win, though, but I would really like to see Blagoy fighting a smaller guy than him, because he is always fighting bigger guys.
So just to close out here, do you have a message to all the doubters, all the naysayers, John Morgan, Ash and Middle Easy? Do you have a message to all of them who have doubted you before?
Yeah, I have a message for them. I'm always eager to fight you. That's number one. And when I reach 12.5k subscribers, 12.5, I'm going to challenge another guy who likes to challenge people. So we will see, and I hope Guru will see that and laugh his ass off. And of course, the hoes are gonna see that. And he is friendly with hoes, but he likes to challenge people. So if he thinks that I'm a fake fighter, I will put some training videos to prove that I am not a fake fighter. I will put some training videos and some sparring sessions, etc. I'm doing sparrings on a regular basis, stand-up sparrings for now, but my sponsor told me that he's going to send me MMA gloves. He already bought me shin guards. He bought me groin guard. So I have mouthpiece, and we will see now. If he buys me those pieces of MMA gloves, I can train more intense. So I want to focus on this sport, because for me, MMA is life. I'm not just a guy who talks about MMA. I respect, for example, guys who talk about it, etc, etc. But some people are into the world of MMA more than other people.
And have you seen the beef that's going on between the MMA guru and Dan Hardy? It seems like they're having a bit of back and forth right now.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I've seen that. I was rolling out of laughing. Why did Dan Hardy even erase that video? Guru says, like, but he erased that video. I want him to re-upload that video. I haven't heard when he said that. I've just seen Guru recording a video that Dan Hardy and Mark Goddard deleted the video, and I was like, okay, what happened? And Guru is saying that he doesn't know what happened, that he only knows what his fans told him. So what actually happened back there?
I didn't actually see the video, so I think MMA Guru did a video criticising Mark Goddard's refereeing during the first fight between Colby and Kamaru Usman. And then Hardy and Goddard did like a full hour podcast criticising the MMA Guru, and then deleted it right after it. And then no one knows what happened, because no one really watched it before it got deleted. And the MMA Guru made this video challenging Dan Hardy, because Dan Hardy said now that he's going to make a full video responding to MMA Guru, that it's just him by himself. So that's coming in the next coming days. But yeah, I think I'll stick on MMA Guru's side here. I think we're going to stand by our YouTube brothers, especially for the UK as well. MMA Gurus gave me a couple fans in my short time on here. So yeah, I'd have to side with the MMA Guru in this one if it does come to something bigger. If there's a confrontation at UFC London and Dan Hardy and Mark Goddard decide to go for the MMA Guru, I might have to step in and help out my bro, the MMA Guru. But yeah. Last thing, do you have a message, of course, to the fans of Vladimir Vlad and in Europe, across to the UK and the US and all that? What are your message to your biggest fans and supporters?
My message to my biggest fans and supporters is simple. Keep supporting me. Let us grow. Let's develop the greatest and the fastest growing sport in the world, because I'm not a guy who surrenders. And I'm sorry because I don't have a cap today. First of all, I want to say sorry to you, but my sponsor forced me to travel. I didn't want this. Yeah. So he paid me everything and forced me to travel, and I forgot to pack. But I do have one thing. Hold on.
Oh, that's what you get.
Hold on. Just one thing. Hold on. Just to find it. Oh, yeah. Guys,
Let's see what he's got. The custom shorts.
custom shorts. See it?
The Bulgarian Cowboy shorts.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Bulgarian Cowboy trunks. That's how we call it.
Amazing.
So I will wear it today when I train.
Alex, take it. Are you going to start selling these?
Yes? What did you say?
Are you going to start selling those shorts?
Well, I'm planning on selling it, but I plan to make merch a bit later because right now I have other job. I have to write a lot of articles right now, but today I need to write one more article. These few days I need to rest a bit. I need to walk down the city, etc. So that's how it goes. But of course, I will start selling it probably starting New Year. I need to make something. I need to make was it Teespring or how is it called? Teespring,
Yeah.
Spring. And when I make it, I think they are going to allow it in Serbia soon. They send me a message that it's going to be allowed in Serbia soon. So I plan to connect it to my YouTube merch store.
Well, this has been the peak of my very short-lived broadcasting career here. It's been an absolute honour to be joined by the legend, the Serbian-Bulgarian beast of the mountains, the Bulgarian Cowboy Vladimir Vlad.
Yeah,
I'll have you back on sometime. You'll be in my channel. I'm sure I'll make another appearance on the UFC Celebrities and
absolutely.
Classics channel. Everyone, go and subscribe to UFC Celebrities and Classics. Subscribe to the Jamal in this series. The UK, Serbia, Bulgaria, we stand together. Vlad, thank you very much, man.
Thank you too.
Thank you much, man. I'll see you later.